Hello everybody, myself Nitin and I am currently pursuing my degree in KD College of Engineering and Technology. Today I am going to give a seminar presentation on Iontophoresis under the guidance of Professor Praveen Sir. These are the contents which are going through this video. Introduction. What do you mean by iontophoresis? Iontophoresis is a process which involves increased transport of solute molecules into a tissue using an electric current. When you hear the word electric current, then you may have come questions like, if you are using electric current, then the person may be get the electric shock, right? I will clear that. Basically, it is an injection without the needle. Iontophoresis the technique. The current type we are using in this is DC and has an amplitude of 1 to 4 milliampere. But human body requires majorly 300 to 500 milliampere to get an electric shock, so that he can get the shock. And it is a painless and barely perceptible direct current is transmitted, so that humans cannot get shock through this electric current. Okay, then it is a technique used to enhance the transmission for the application of. Coming to the next, the major part of this process is skin. The skin is divided into 3 layers: intracellular, transcellular, via appendices. The skin is mainly consists of 3 layers, diffuse around. First one is intracellular, diffuse directly through the corniceps. Transcellular, hair follicles, CS and sweat glands via appendices. These are the main layers which will help to drug the delivery from the iontophoresis technique. Coming to the principle, iontophoresis works the most principle like we heard that like pole attracts each other and unlike pole attract each other and like pole repel each other. This is the principle which will work on that. Drug means is a medicine which we want to deliver to the human body. It may have certain ionic character, and it will divide into 2, anode and cathode. For example, positive drugs, neurosine, zinc oxide, naproxen sodium, magnesium sulfate, copper sulfate. For negative drugs, acetic acid, sodium salicylate, sodium chloride, potassium iodide. These are some of the examples of drugs which are used. This is the working of the principle, where we can see the drug electrode which is either positive either negative. This is the iontophoresis device, grounding electrode, dose controller, drug electrode, skin, drug ions, where the movement of the drugs you can see easily in this slide. This is the skin layer. Drug ions are moving to the blood vessels. Okay, coming to the mechanism. Primary channel transport is through sweat glands. Whenever we consider skin, the primary layer is sweat glands. Whenever the ions clear the sweat glands, then it will start the site of action, where it can started the working of ions. The mechanism of iontophoretic involves diffusion, migration, and electroosmosis. Where diffusion of ions takes place, migration means moving from one place to the another place. Like if we want to give into the electrode device to the hand, then it will taken place through the blood vessels to all other the body. And electroosmosis is the another process where bulk of fluid occurring in the same direction as flow of counter ions when a voltage difference is applied across the porous membrane. Okay. For at psychological pH, the human skin has a site negative charge and the counter ions are usually cations. Human is having a negative pH. Usually cations are used to deliver the drugs. Therefore, flow occurs from anode to cathode electroosmotically because as you know that human body have the negative pH, so we use positive charged drug ions to transfer the drugs from positive anode to the negative anode, positive to cathode, positive to negative. This is the reverse iontophoresis technique. The application of an electric current across the skin is used to extract a substance of interest from within or beneath the skin to surface or testing. Can be used diagnosing diabetes, testing fibrosis. This is the technique where iontophoresis technique can be used. Optimal current. These are the variables which we'll need to concentrate on more whenever we want to use the iontophoresis technique. The current type DC, the current amplitude 1 to 4 million. As I have already told that the current should be 1 to 4 million ampere in the range because human's body can perceive and it is not painless. It is not as much as painful. Treatment duration. The duration should be 10 to 20 minutes. After the 10 to 20 minutes, it will automatically stop the process. The total current delivery should be 40 to 80 milliampere per minute. The basic formula using iontophoresis technique is I into T into EC equal to grams of substance introduced. I is the intensity where it can measure in temperature, current, amplitude, amperes. T is time. It can measure in hours or minutes. EC is the electrochemical equivalent, represents the standardized figures for ionic transfer with known currents and time factors. The most common electrodes used are aluminum foil, platinum, AgHCl. These are the most electrodes which we are using to do with the iontophoresis process. The iontophoresis technique is divided into two types, which is anode iontophoresis, cathode iontophoresis. Anode means positive, cathode means negative. It will depend on the which drugs you need to deliver to the patient, like positive or negative. Whichever you prepare, then it will depends on the types of the iontophoresis. Then this is the example of iontophoretic device which is shown in figure. Produce the continuous direct current assures unidirectional flow of ion. Like it will flow from one direction to the another direction. It will not vice versa like mutual sharing. It will flow from one direction and receive at the other direction. It consists of a timer and it will stop the timing. These are the applications of the iontophoresis technique. Transfer delivery of insulin, pyropropine releasing hormone, urochloride, etc. Diagnostic applications. Iontophoretic is used as a diagnostic applications. Treatment of ischemic leg ulcers with the use of histamine iontophoresis can be used to remove the ulcers. Application of can be used as application of hydroxyurea is effective in aborting episodes of herpes simplex. Iontophoresis with the hyaluronidase is used in the treatment of lymphedema of limbs. These are some of the applications where it can be used. The advantages of iontophoresis. Advantage is it is reduce the chance of dose variation where the doses of the drug delivery may be high or low. It can reduce that. Self-administration is possible where we can't require any authority person or doctor. We don't need. We can manually operate that. It provides benefits of bypassing hepatic fast effect and higher patient compliance. Permit easier termination of drug delivery because as it sets the timer, it can completely deliver the drug whichever given to the patient. and it can improve the delivery of polar molecules as well as high molecular weight compounds. These are the disadvantages of iontophoresis. It is the complexity of drug release system. It can't release the drug completely, or complexity is involved in that. Possibility of cardiac arrest, where blockage of molecules in the skin or the cells maybe happens. Ionic form of drug is in sufficient concentration is necessary. Sufficient concentration of ionic will be required. This is the conclusion. By this, I want to conclude that iontophoresis is a process where we can use small electric current to deliver the drug. Drug means medicines to the human body without any needles. Okay. Combination of iontophoresis with electrophoration, chemical enhancers, sonophoresis may provide easier and more accurate delivery of macromolecules and poorly water soluble compounds. Thank you.